Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to look at how to use the aggregate function. Now this is kind of an important function and it's also super powerful. And one example I can give you here is, let's say that you have country as your dimension and you want to bring in for each country what was the maximum average sales, and also link which of your employee had the maximum average sales per country. And one of the easiest ways to do this would be to have an aggregate function. So here, if you see, we have country, and for each country, I have what was the maximum average sales, that is the sum of sales divided by number of orders. So which of your employees had the maximum average sales, that is high sales, low number of orders, right? Um, and we kind of link them together, and you just get one row per country, what was the maximum average sales and the name of the employee. So how do we do this? um, let's start from scratch and let's see how to do it. If you're interested, stick around. Let's create two tables. One is going to be her actual table and the other one just so I can show you what really is going on when you use the different functions. And let's add our country as a dimension, and let's add country here as well. Right. Next, what I want to do is I want to see the average sales. So average sales is nothing but is the sum of sales divided by number of orders. So that will give you the average sales per order. And the way in my particular app, sales is nothing but sum of sales amount. And if I divide that by let's say number of orders, and in this case, number of orders is I want to count distinct, and this should give me the average sales. So I'm going to put that here. So this is my average sales. Let's rename this as, let's go here and let's rename this as average sales. So this is my average sales for each country now, because we're just using country as a dimension. And let's do the same here just to show you what exactly is going on. So that is nothing but sum of sales amount divided by count distinct order ID. And here what I'm also going to do is I'm going to put in the names of our employees. So I'm going to say employee name here, just so we can see if we're doing it correctly. Yeah. And now what I want to do is, so if I select Argentina, then I have each employee name and I have different average orders per employee, right? But let's say I don't want that. I just want what was the maximum average order here, sales orders, and what is the name of the employee. So how do we do that here? So from this particular table, what we want to pick out is we want to pick out the top average sales and then the name of that employee who did that average sales. Um, and the way we can do this is by using aggregate. So first, what we're going to do here is, let's just say if we use an aggregate, that is, we're saying, hey, tell us what is the aggregate uh, average sales per country per employee, and that should give us a value. So let's look at that. Um, so let's say aggregate, and now it's going to be your measure, and the measure is nothing but average sales, and the average sales, like we wrote there, it's sum of sales amount for me divided by the number of orders. And what are we aggregating this with, you need two parameters. So now I want the average sales to be aggregated over, I want the average sales for each country and each employee. So what are we saying here? So we are aggregating our average sales per country per employee. And I'm gonna click on OK. And in this particular one, you see that, of course, the average sales, since you have employee as well as your dimension, it's going to bring in all of them, right? But in this case, we don't have our we don't have our employee name. So per country, I wanted to automatically bring in what was the average sales. And if we do the same aggregate here, we're going to say aggregate the sum of sales per order ID and do that over country and employee name. Okay, and now we get a dash because we are aggregating it, but we're not telling it which. So now we have a different aggregate number for each country. So we have four different lines here because we have four different employees and we have aggregated a number here. But what do we want here? We want the maximum, right? So I'm going to add an extra here. So I'm saying, hey, aggregate the average sales per country per employee, but show me only the maximum one. So in this case, I'm going to write max, enclose the aggregation inside a max. And then what's going to happen is now it should aggregate the average sales per country per employee, and then it's going to bring in the max. So you're going to have one value per country. And when we click on that, it shows us 4447 for Argentina. And let's just make sure that that is correct. So when we look at our table here, we see that 4447 is actually the correct one because this is the top. We can just sort it out, right? So if I click on this once, it's sorted. So the least would be 2972, and I'm clicking on it again, and I see 4447 as our maximum. And that's what it's bringing here. So basically what it's saying is, hey, in Argentina, since you have an average sales of 4,000, but per order, there is one employee who has actually made 4,447. And now I don't have the name of the employee. I only have the maximum order here. So I'm just going to rename this just to make it. So this is the maximum average sales per order. And now I want to bring in the name. So how do we do that? So per country, I wanted to show what was the average sales, what's the maximum average sales, and who is that employee who did the maximum average sales. So maybe we can give him an award or her an award, right? So um, how do we pull that in? Let's again use our aggregate function, but we need to do something else with that. So we have a function called first sorted value. What the first sorted value is going to do is it's going to create a temporary table like this. Even though we don't have employee here, qlik is gonna like create a temporary table in the background, something like this. So in this temporary table that qlik creates, you can say, hey, bring in the first sorted value. Okay, and so the table that the qlik is going to create is going to be something like this. It's going to aggregate it because we have aggregate, and it's going to sort all the values from in an ascending order from smallest to largest. What is the first sorted value when you aggregate the average sales with country and employee? What is that first sorted value? Bring in that name, and that name would be employee name. So what we can do here is we're going to say first sorted value so what is that value that you wanted to bring? You wanted to bring the employee name, comma, and which employee name do you want? How do you want the sorting to happen? You want the sorting to happen based on your aggregate. So you want to put in your aggregate formula here. So what I'm saying is, hey, create that temporary table where you're aggregating the average sales over country over employee, and then bring the first sorted value of the employee. Now you're going to click OK, and it's going to bring in Fiona because that's the first sorted value. So when you look here, your first sorted value is Fiona because it QLIK automatically sorts it out from smallest to largest, like I said. But if you want the largest, that is, if you want it to sort from largest to smallest or from in a descending order, then let's go back to our formula here, and you want to aggregate it, but instead of aggregating it from smallest to largest, you want to aggregate it from largest to smallest. So just put a minus here, and this should be the opposite way around. And now when we look at it, it's going to say Ricardo. And here we can see that 4,447 was actually from Ricardo, right? So here we have no dimension called employee, but we're already aggregating per country the average sales per employee, and we're bringing in the employee name with the largest average sales, and that's Ricardo. So you can see here that it's correct. So let's just we remove this one, and let's name this as employee with, yeah, and this is what we want. So let's just make sure what we have done is correct. Let's click on a different country. Let's click on Denmark. And here we see Lennart has 4,200, which is much more than any other here. And we bring in the name Lennart here. So this is how aggregate works. So you learned how to do aggregate, that is by using two parameters, then to bring out the maximum of that, and then using first sorted value, it creates a temporary table from smallest to largest. So you can say first sorted value, put your dimension that you want to bring out or pull out from there, and then put in your aggregation in the second part of the first sorted value function. So this is how you use aggregate. I hope it was helpful. I would really, really, really appreciate if you left a like. That's all I ask. So have a good one. If you have any comments, please write down below and I'll try to get to it. Peace.